So a lot of you may have seen my previous video on how I connected Legacy Edition to HYPIXEL and probably wondered how I did it. I'll actually be teaching you how I did this and how you can do this yourself in this video. So the first thing is to go to the GitHub repository. I have the link in the description. The first step is to install the requirements. On the GitHub repository, you'll see a download Node.js hyperlink, which is right here. First, you want to ensure that your operating system matches what these drop-downs say. I'm pretty sure they're automatically configured. Second, you're just going to download Node.js, the installer. It will open a window. You just click next a whole bunch of times, and you just close the window. It's pretty self-explanatory. Once the installer is complete, you can close it and move on to downloading the actual proxy. So we'll go back to the GitHub link. You'll see this green button here. It says code. Press that and click download as a zip. Now the last step is to actually install the client. You'll see this right here on the main repository README. It'll say currently the original legacy client is broken. If you don't see this text here, you don't have to get the one on this page. Currently there's a bug with split screen that disconnects you instantly from any server. This client just fixes that. If you don't see this text here, you don't have to get it. But you'll go to the releases tab, download this zip right here, Minecraft Legacy Edition. So the first thing you need to do is extract the client that you just downloaded on the repository. Once it's extracted, you'll see the Minecraft client executable right here. Double click that, run it. There's nothing we need to do here. Next, we'll need to actually extract the proxy. When you extract it, you'll see all of these files here. Now, there's a lot of files, but there's really only 4 that you need to pay attention to. This authentication folder is basically an auth catch for when you log into Java Edition. You don't have to log into Java Edition, but if you want to connect to servers like HYPIXEL, you have to. You can delete this folder if you want to relog into Java. Second is constants.js. This is where you actually configure what server you want to connect to. The default I have it set to is localhost and 25564, which we'll talk about this later. You can set if you want to use your Java account here, and you can also set if you want to use a Legacy Edition username or use a custom username. So the first thing you're going to do on the proxy is just install dependencies.bat. I already did it. You only have to run this one time. It'll create this node modules folder. Second, once that's done, you just actually start the proxy. But I didn't actually start my Java Edition server first. For the sake of this tutorial, I will be using a local hosted Java Edition server. The server is not included in the repository, so you'll have to watch a different tutorial on how to set this one up if you want to actually do the same steps. If you do plan on locally hosting your own server for testing, just make sure the port in the server properties isn't 25565 because Legacy Edition uses this port for LAN games. If you are locally hosting a server, just make sure your port isn't 25565 and it matches the one in constants.js. For example, the default is 25564, so set your server.properties to use 25564. Second is if you're not using a Java account, you need the server to be cracked or in offline mode. Just make sure this is set to false if you're not using a Java account. After that, you can go ahead and actually run the proxy. We've completed the tutorial. Once you run it, you'll see that the server shows up here. You can join this, and you'll now be connected to the Java Edition server. You can join any Java Edition server as long as it supports vanilla 1.8. There are plugins such as via rewind, via version, and via backwards that allow 1.8 clients to connect to the latest version, which I actually did in that last video. As you can see, the Java client is now in the server. This is Java Edition. This is Legacy Edition. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions or if something goes wrong, you can join my Discord in the description. If you can, please star the repository because I spent a lot of time working on this It is not easy, and it takes a lot of my time. Just another note that I do have 99% of things done. The only 2 things that aren't done as of right now is crafting in survival mode and accepting the villager trades. These are hard to implement due to the fact that Java Edition and Legacy Edition are just different. But that's going to be it for the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, join the Discord server if you need help.